Hey, what is going on YouTube? Welcome back to Team VRY, and today I just want to share with you guys some of my thoughts on the Redmi Note 11. Let's get started. Right, so the Redmi Note 11 is one phone in a series of Redmi Note 11 devices by Xiaomi. It was released earlier this year and it does come at a pretty affordable price range. So for this one, I just want to share some of the features of this phone which I do find appealing, and maybe if you're looking for a budget-friendly Xiaomi phone or you're pretty much decided on this phone, then I just want to highlight some of the features of this phone that I think you should pay attention to. Now, if you guys want to check out this phone, I will drop some links in the description below, as well as links to some of our other videos here on Team VRY. With that said, let's get started. Alright, so first off, I just want to talk about the display on this phone. Now, the Redmi Note 11 comes with a 6.4-inch AMOLED display with a 90Hz refresh rate, and it also comes with a layer of Gorilla Glass 3 for some extra protection on your display. At a price like this, it is a very good looking screen, and of course, you can't go wrong with an AMOLED display. In this day and age, it's pretty much expected that most phones will come with an AMOLED display, or at least an OLED display at the very least. As they look really good with color reproduction, you do get nice contrast, vibrant colors, as opposed to the usual IPS LCD displays out there. Now, it does come with a 90Hz refresh rate, which you can adjust in the settings menu, but of course, if you want a smoother looking display, then I suggest you just keep the 90Hz on, as it looks a lot smoother. And yeah, 90Hz isn't so bad. It's actually the same kind of refresh rate as seen on other phones like the Pixel 6. And if you want a good looking display, then you can't go wrong with this one. Also, if you think about it, other affordable mid-range phones like the Pixel 6a don't even come with 90Hz. Now, personally, the lack of a high refresh rate on the 6a isn't an issue for me, but if it's a must-have feature for you, then the 90Hz refresh rate with the AMOLED display and the Gorilla Glass on this phone will be something to check out. Alright, so before we go any further, we have a ton more smartphone and tech videos here on Team VRY, so feel free to hit that subscribe button and check out our other stuff if you like this one. With that out of the way, let's move on with the video. Now, moving on, I just want to talk about the design of the phone. It does come with an all-plastic design, which I think isn't that all bad. Of course, maybe a lot of us have gotten used to the more premium phones which come with glass and metal designs, but the Redmi Note 11 manages to pull off a polycarbonate look in a very stylish way. I'm not saying that it looks really super duper premium, but the finish on this phone in particular does make it look good with the flat sides, flat back, and it also comes with an IP53 rating, so it is dust and splash resistant, which is of course a great addition at its price range. It is solid overall and comes with other features like a headphone jack and a side-mounted fingerprint reader, which of course other people will prefer as opposed to in-display fingerprint sensors, which have pretty much become the norm nowadays. And yeah, overall it's a solidly built phone. I have no complaints with the build quality here, and I do think that it is one of the features of the phone that I do like the most. Alright, so up next, let's talk about the processor inside the Redmi Note 11. So it does come with a Snapdragon 680 4G processor with a choice of either 4 or 6 GB of RAM. Now, while the Snapdragon 6 series processors might not seem too flashy nowadays, for a budget phone of this price, it is a pretty good choice for an SoC. I think Xiaomi made the right move here, putting the 680 inside the Redmi Note 11, and personally, I've always had a good experience with Series 6 Snapdragon processors, like the one on the Pixel 3a and the Nokia 6.1 for example. And yeah, compared to a lot of other budget phones out there which use Snapdragon Series 4 processors or even Unisoc processors at this price point, I will always prefer the 680 compared to those other processors. And yeah, while it's not a gaming phone, if you just want to play some casual games or maybe even a bit of Call of Duty Mobile, it will be able to handle those games. Of course, it will have some performance limitations, but in general, for moderate use and for casual mobile gaming, it should get the job done. Of course, powering the processor and the display on this phone is the 5000 mAh battery inside. Now, this is something that I always appreciate on a ton of Xiaomi phones because they just give you a really large battery right off the bat. Like, not even the Pixel 6 has a 5000 mAh battery, but with the large battery unit in this phone, you shouldn't have much trouble powering through the day. Of course, if you always use your display in high brightness, or if you do use a lot of data and GPS, then you can probably expect the battery to drain a bit faster. And in case your battery does get low, it does come with 33-watt fast charging support. So Xiaomi says you can get 100% in 60 minutes. And yeah, you can't go wrong with that charging speed. Granted, it's not as fast as other smartphones out there with faster charging speeds. But again, we have to put into perspective the price of this phone. Right, so last but not the least, I think one more highlight of this phone is the price tag. Now, the Redmi Note 11 does come for around 170 bucks if you are in the US, or between 170 to 180 pounds if you are in the UK. So for this low price, you're getting good features like the AMOLED display with 90Hz refresh rate, a large battery, and a reliable Snapdragon chipset. And yeah, for someone just looking for a good, reliable little budget phone, I think you cannot beat this price point. Of course, there are compromises like the lack of 5G, but it all goes back to the price tag. It's an affordable phone, you have to set your expectations, and for what it is, I think it does a good job. Alright, so that pretty much does it for this quick video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below if you are getting the Redmi Note 11 or if you have it. And yeah, do check out our other content here on Team VRY. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.